Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting revivals in the automotive world, the return of an icon, the 2026 Ford Capri. Yes, the nameplate that once defined European muscle in the 70s and 80s is back, but this time, it's not quite what many expected, or maybe exactly what Ford thinks the future demands. Let's get into the details. The Ford Capri originally gained fame as a sleek, rear-wheel drive coupe designed to bring American-style muscle to the European market. Known for its aggressive stance, light chassis, and lively engines, it became a legend for car enthusiasts and rally fans alike. Fast forward to 2026, and Ford has decided to bring back the Capri name, but not as a pure coupe. Instead, what we're getting is a bold, modern, electric crossover coupe that blends heritage with future-focused design and technology. At first glance, the 2026 Ford Capri might leave some die-hard fans scratching their heads. The traditional long hood, short rear deck profile is gone. In its place is a sleeker, coupe-style SUV silhouette, with a fastback rear, aggressive LED lighting, and sporty lines that try to nod to its performance roots. Ford designers clearly aim to preserve some DNA from the original, like the blacked-out grille elements, the signature rear light bar, and subtle design cues along the sides, but the Capri of today is shaped by aerodynamics, efficiency, and EV architecture more than nostalgia. So let's talk powertrain. The 2026 Ford Capri is fully electric and built on Ford's MEB platform, the same modular EV base co-developed with Volkswagen that underpins other models like the Ford Explorer EV and various VW ID vehicles. The Capri comes in two main variants at launch, a single-motor rear-wheel drive version making around 282 horsepower and a dual-motor all-wheel drive version pushing out about 335 horsepower. That AWD model is capable of doing 0 to 60 in just over 5 seconds, which puts it firmly in hot hatch territory, if not quite muscle car levels of madness. Battery options include a 77 kWh usable pack, offering an estimated range of up to 372 miles on the WLTP cycle, which should translate to around 300 to 320 real-world miles depending on conditions and driving style. Fast charging is supported at up to 135 kilowatts, meaning you can go from 10 to 80% in about 30 minutes at a high-speed DC charger, not class-leading but still quite competitive. The driving experience is where things get more interesting. Despite being an EV crossover, Ford has clearly worked hard to inject some sportiness into the Capri's character. The steering is direct and nicely weighted, and there's a sense of composure through corners thanks to the low center of gravity and well-tuned suspension. It won't fool you into thinking it's a Mustang, but compared to most crossovers in its price range, the Capri feels more engaging and lively. Inside, the 2026 Capri gets a modern, minimalist cabin with a 14.6-inch central touchscreen running Ford's Sync Move infotainment system. It's crisp, responsive, and features a mix of permanent controls and contextual menus. There's also a smaller driver display behind the wheel for speed, range, and essential info, plus a head-up display on higher trims. Materials are a mix of soft-touch plastics, eco-leather, and sustainable fabrics. You won't find the luxury feel of a BMW i4 or Audi Q4 e-tron here, but Ford has managed a premium enough vibe to justify the Capri's pricing. Speaking of which, the Capri starts at around £40,000 in the UK for the base model, with the range-topping AWD version coming in closer to £50,000. That puts it squarely in the same bracket as the Tesla Model Y, Hyundai Ioniq 5, and Volkswagen ID.5. Rear seat space is decent for a coupe-style crossover. Headroom is a little compromised due to the sloping roofline, but legroom is generous thanks to the flat EV floor. The boot offers around 530 liters of space, which is more than respectable and expands significantly with the rear seats folded flat. You also get a frunk, albeit a small one, just enough for cables or a small bag. One of the more unique features is Ford's approach to customization. The Capri will be available in several vibrant retro-inspired colors, including a striking yellow that nods to the original 2,600 rupees, plus optional contrast roof and trim packages. The design might be modern, but Ford hasn't forgotten that part of what made the Capri iconic was its visual presence. From a technology standpoint, the Capri is packed with driver assist features, adaptive cruise control, lane centering, traffic sign recognition, and a 360-degree camera system. There's also support for over-the-air software updates, allowing Ford to tweak performance, add features, and enhance safety systems long after the car leaves the showroom floor. Now, let's talk legacy. Is the 2026 Ford Capri a true Capri? That depends on your perspective. Purists will argue that without a petrol engine, a manual gearbox, and rear-wheel drive dynamics, it's just another rebadged EV with a famous name. But others might say this is exactly what the Capri would have evolved into, a stylish, everyday performance car that balances practicality with personality. In that sense, the new Capri may not look or drive like the old one, but it captures its spirit in a new age. The biggest challenge for the Capri will be standing out in a crowded and competitive EV market. With rivals like the Tesla Model Y offering unmatched efficiency and software, and Korean contenders like the Kia EV6 and Hyundai Ioniq 5 leading the way in design and tech, the Capri will need more than just a nostalgic name to gain traction. However, Ford's reputation, combined with a solid EV platform and fun-to-drive character, gives it a fighting chance. And let's not forget the marketing power of heritage. For many buyers, the Capri badge carries emotional weight. It's a name that conjures up memories of youth, rebellion, and freedom. Ford is betting that this emotional connection will be enough to draw attention, and maybe even convince a few older enthusiasts to give electric a chance. As we look ahead, Ford hasn't ruled out high-performance variants either. Rumors are already swirling about a potential ST or even RS version of the Capri, possibly pushing over 400 horsepower and featuring advanced torque vectoring and performance upgrades. That would be an exciting twist and could bring the Capri even closer to its spiritual roots. In summary, the 2026 Ford Capri is a bold reinterpretation of a classic. It's not a retro revival in the way that some may have hoped, but it is a thoughtful, future-ready EV that tries to honor its past while embracing the realities of the present. Whether that's enough to win over Capri fans remains to be seen, but one thing's for sure, the name is back, and it's making a statement. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Ford Capri, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an upload. Let us know in the comments, is this the Capri revival you were hoping for, or did Ford miss the mark? Until next time, keep driving into the future.